excuse me. Hello everyone, how are you? Good to see you. Okay. Let me just start the live stream. Today is the 8th of December and this is Sunday. So I'm here to do the weekly forecast. So mainly today I will cover the euro pairs. But last Friday there are so much big moves towards the end of the New York session. So I found the euro pairs are breaking the support resistance levels. So I thought it's good to pick. And also I will cover gold and Bitcoin and US index. So yeah, let's check the markets and see what's happening right now. So yeah, thank you very much for joining everyone. Good to see you. Recently I have been posting the videos of student interview and also my trader performance, so I hope you enjoy those videos. Okay, so now let me switch screen to trading view. Okay, and let me get into the topic right away today. So today again I cover the euro pairs. So from euro USD to euro Swiss franc I cover, and for the rest of the markets I do analysis tomorrow for the members, KTS Academy members and also GTS members. So in this YouTube I cover the euro pairs on the weekly and also the daily time frame basis. So this is something I do every weekend. I check the weekly time frame so that I see exactly where the market closed that last week, so that we can logically think which one is looking nicer and what situations can happen next week. So starting from the euro USD, I see that the market touched the 1.0333 level, and which happened 2 weeks ago on the week of the 18th of November, and actually it retraced and it also broke the previous support level of 1.0448, and last week closed with a doji candlestick. So in this situation, weekly time frame still to me it's range overall. In terms of Ichimoku 5 lines, the Kumo is very tiny and thin. Kijun Sen has been flat, and Chikou span has been ups and downs above and below the candlesticks. So in this situation, this is range to me. So lots of people may thought that it was bearish a few weeks ago, but if you know the Ichimoku and if you see that it's range, then you can also think that the market can retrace anytime. So far Kijun Sen is flat and Tenkan Sen is down. In this case, the target can be the weekly Tenkan Sen. So weekly Tenkan Sen seems to be bearish, and this week I think the market consolidates and touches the Tenkan Sen, and after touching the Tenkan Sen the price goes bearish is my perspective. So in terms of euro USD, I do not really see the trending market. I don't really see any trends on this market, so most likely I won't be able to trade on this one. So that's a weekly analysis, like a bigger picture. And if I check the lower time frame, let me see. Let me check the daily time frame. Daily time frame seems to be bearish because it has been resisted by the Kijun Sen here and here. The green line is called the Kijun Sen, and Kijun Sen represents the mid price of the middle term market momentum, and the blue Tenkan Sen shows the short term market momentum, and the Kumo and also especially Senko Span B shows the long-term market momentum. So simply when the price is below Kijun Sen and Kumo, that means it's bearish. And plus in this case, the market has been resisted by the Kijun Sen. So this week, the market may be resisted here and goes bearish. But again, weekly is range, so I put down arrow, but it may consolidate this week, and sometime in the month of December or January could be bearish. So when I see downtrend on Euro USD, I think that will be the best market to trade. Otherwise, I will choose some other pairs to trade. And daily Kumo is flat at the moment. Senkou span B is flat, Senkou span A is retracing, and Kijun Sen is flat too. So this is also, in terms of direction, it's range. In terms of momentum, it's bearish. Sellers are dominant over buyers still in the long to mid term from Ichimoku viewpoint. So the best scenario is to sell. Even if it goes bullish, I think the market becomes choppy as it gets closer to Kumo. So you may not be able to make any good profits. So again, the best option for Euro USD this coming week is to sell. So that's my first analysis. And the second one is Euro JPY. Euro JPY has been below the Kumo now, but if you look at the Kumo here, it's flat, and Kijun Sen is completely flat too. Chikou span below the candles. So there was a Kumo breakout, but this particular Kumo breakout is not trustable. So overall, still range. So it has been bearish for the last 4 weeks, but last week closed with doji almost, and it was supported by the previous support level, kind of close to the previous support level, which was 156.39, and it bounced a little bit. So in this case, I think the market is range. So I think the best option is to wait for the support level breakout on this one. And here is kind of like a support zone between 156.22 and 153.24. This support zone is 100 pips almost. So that means even if it is bearish, you can follow downtrend, but still it may be choppy within the support zone. So the best of the best option is to wait for the zone breakout and sell. And in the meantime, probably you can check other markets to trade or monitor. So that's Euro JPY analysis. And let me check also daily time frame just in case. Daily time frame Euro JPY is now bearish. It has been below the Tenkan Sen, and Kumo is bearish. Kijun Sen is down. Chikou span below the candles. But since Kijun Sen is still within the Kumo, it's safer to wait for this to be below the Kumo. But other than that, it's been bearish. So the price may go into the resistance or support zone this week. But once it goes bearish and goes into the zone, then I think it becomes choppy. So either way, you have to wait for the break. So if you want to sell now or next week, then you can follow and see if it breaks the zone. Then you continue follow downtrend. So Euro JPY to me is also bearish. Sell will be the right call than buy. Because even if you buy, the market goes into the daily Kumo and becomes very choppy and loses the direction. So it's better to sell, but again, the only concern is that there is a support zone below the price. So next is Euro CAD market. Euro CAD was bullish last week. It closed with a bullish bar. But again, if you check the weekly time frame, overall it's range. The Kumo is completely flat, Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen flat, and Chikou span is very close. Chikou span has been above and below the candles. So simply that means it's range. Okay, so when it's range, what I mean by range in Ichimoku means that we cannot really tell whether the market becomes bullish bar or bearish bar to close on the weekly perspective. So the chance is 50-50. But if it goes bullish, in this momentum it's better because it's above the Kijun Sen and Chikou span is not above the candles. So if you look at the lower time frame, it's bullish and the target is up here, 1.5172. So for now, I will just delete all these lines. And it seems like the market is within the bigger range, like this way. And it's going up to the resistance of the range. So again, in terms of the weekly basis, this range, so that means it may close with a bearish bar this week. But if it goes up, then of course it closes with a bullish bar this week, and it may extend towards the resistance. So that's the weekly analysis overall. So the chance for the market to close with either bullish bearish will be 50-50 in this example, in this market from the weekly time frame. But let's check the daily time frame and see how it closes too. So in terms of the daily time frame, last Friday closed with a bullish bar, and there was a huge stretch here. But overall, daily time frame is also range. Since the Kumo is flat, Kijun Sen is flat, and Chikou span is now heading towards the candlestick. So the price is below the Kumo, it's range still. So although last Friday closed the Kijun Sen and closed above the previous resistance and also support level, this may not be trustable. It may go bearish after this too. So again, the best scenario is to buy on this market. I say there was a previous support became resistances and now it broke, and also there was inverse head and shoulders, and so the 1.4885 is a neckline of this inverse head and shoulders. So the best scenario for this market is to buy when it retraces to the neckline and bounce. So if I see bullish trend, then based on 4-hour time frame or lower time frames, then I take buy. And until the market reaches the resistance of the range, I keep holding the trade. That will be the idea in a range market. So just because it's range, I can still enter trade by looking at the lower time frames. Could be trending too. So that's the Euro CAD overall. However, if the market goes bearish and breaks the neckline bearish, then I think it becomes very choppy. I think it becomes very choppy, or fake breakouts do happen, and I don't recommend to trade in that if that's the case this week. So that was Euro CAD analysis. And the next is Euro AUD. Euro AUD weekly time frame also shows its range. There's no direction at the moment. Kumo is flat, Kijun Sen flat, and Chikou span is very close. So this is now retracing to the Kijun Sen. So target on this market is here, 1.6575, which is almost reaching. So once the market breaks the Kijun Sen, then the target becomes up here, 1.7185. So buy is going to be the right call. But for that to happen, we have to wait for the next week bar close. So I think to be safer, I don't think I will trade on this one. I just simply come back 2 weeks after and see how it closes this week. But let me check also the daily time frame. Daily time frame also shows its range because the Kumo is very tiny and small. Kijun Sen is flat and down now, and Chikou span is touching. So you may think that it's bullish because last week became a bullish bar, and it also broke the neckline of inverse head and shoulders like this way. In terms of the price action, it's bullish. There was inverse head and shoulders. However, it's range, so this inverse head and shoulders can be fake. In a range market, there are so many patterns that you will see: double top or double bottom or head and shoulders like this, or doji break or inside break. You will see many patterns, but in a ranging market, none of these work. So I will prefer to wait for the market to break at least the daily resistance around the 1.66 level, then buy if I were to buy on this market. I think that's safer. Otherwise, because weekly, daily both flat in range, from Ichimoku perspective, this week or today or next week could be bearish bar, or in a daily time frame basis also, it could retrace and it may come back to the Kijun Sen on the daily time frame. If that's the case, you never want to trade, because either way it becomes very choppy. But if the market breaks the resistance level, although weekly is range, daily turns to be bullish, and you can follow bullish trend to here. So Euro AUD, I look for buying opportunities this week. Otherwise, I will simply stay away and check some other markets to trade. So next is Euro Pound. Euro Pound has been bearish. This is completely bearish signal because the Kumo has been bearish. Kijun Sen flat, Tenkan Sen flat at the moment, but the price has been below the Tenkan Sen. In last couple of weeks, it has been resisted by the Tenkan Sen, so this is bearish. And Chikou span below the candles too. So sellers are completely dominant over buyers. So I think the trend continues bearish. But the momentum is getting very weak. There are bearish bars, but the body is very tiny, and look, wicks are very long. So that means every week the market is trending down. The market is going down gradually, but very choppy. So one of the ways to trade on this market is to wait for the breakout of the support, which is 0.8259. If you could wait for the support level breakout, then I think that would be nice. Or I prefer to go in the market before the break happens. So how I do is, if I see downtrend in terms of the daily or 4-hour time frames, then I'm willing to trade. So let me check the daily time frame. So daily time frame is now it's kind of range still. Kumo Senko span A is technically down. Kijun Sen is also technically down too, but it's very shallow. Chikou span is at the moment below the price. So from the daily perspective, it's almost ranging. So the price may go up to the Kijun Sen like this way. But I just noticed that one thing is the descending trend line on Euro Pound. You can draw the line. You can draw the descending trend line like this way, and it has been resisted multiple times. So here and here were clear resistances. And this point, it didn't really touch, but I will count as the resistance too, because it was very close. And also the Senko span A was here too. So seems like the market has been resisted by the Senko span A and the descending trend line. So this week the market may go bullish or range, but let's see if it will be resisted by the descending trend line and goes bearish. If that's the case, I prefer to enter trade before the break happens, so that once the market breaks the support level, then the bar becomes longer usually, and that's how I make a better profits than the other markets. So it's either you wait for the breakout and sell, or you wait for the descending P wave bounce and sell. So that's Euro Pound. Euro Pound has been range for the last couple of months even, but once the market breaks the swing low, again 0.8259, I think this market is going to be one of the good pairs to trade in the month of December. So let's closely monitor to see if it happens. So next is Euro Swiss Franc. Euro Swiss Franc on the weekly perspective is now bearish since Kumo is down, Kijun Sen is down too, and Chikou span below the candles. And the price is now heading towards the support level, which is 0.9202, and we have a room of about 70 pips to trade. So it's not a lot. It's not really a big pips to trade, but again, the same logic as Euro Pound trade. If I see downtrend in the lower time frames, I prefer to enter trade so that once the market breaks the support, it becomes really trending and make profits. So let me see if downtrend happens in the daily time frame. So the daily time frame shows one thing I notice as soon as I see the daily time frame is there are so many wicks up and down every day. That means the volatility is really huge every day, but the trend is not really so much. So in this case, let's say if you sell, you put the stop loss, but the stop loss may hit the price and the market goes your way, which is frustrating always. So I think if I start to see more stable bearish trend, I think that's the best. Now Kumo is flat, Kijun Sen flat too, so sellers and buyers are still fighting in the market. Yeah, well, one thing is that it has been resisted by the Kijun Sen very nicely, and the Kijun Sen level was also the previous resistance or support levels. So here and here too. So this is a typical downtrend or trend continuing pattern. So one of the ideas is that you sell now and you exit when the price breaks the resistance. If not, you keep holding and see if it breaks the support and goes bearish. I think that will be the idea. But even if you sell now, because it's range overall to me, it may take time for the market to run profits. I say it's bearish, but again, it may range from here, range multiple times or multiple days or weeks until it reaches the support, 72.8 pips down. So to me, this is not a really time efficient way to trade and make profits. So I look at also the 4-hour time frame, and when 4-hour becomes bearish and the middle time frames also become bearish, then I take entry based on the 5-minute time frame and see if it breaks the support. So, but yeah, once it breaks the support, then I think this pair is going to be also one of the best among the other markets, together with the Euro Pound. So it's worth to monitor this week. So that was Euro Swiss Franc analysis. So that was my Euro pair analysis today as first topic. So now let me move on to gold. So I cover gold and US index. I will select Dow Jones and also Bitcoin. Then let me come back to your comments. So first, commodity XAUUSD. And starting from the weekly analysis, at the moment the price is above the Kijun Sen and Kumo, Chikou span above the candle still, so it's bullish. However, for the last 4 weeks it's been ranging, but buyers are still dominant over sellers from the weekly perspective. And in terms of the daily time frame, I was waiting for the P wave breakout, and I was waiting for the P wave to break bullish, because if that's the case, then I think the market goes up nicely. So I will be able to trade gold again. But P wave breakout happened, but the market closed with a doji. So it looks like the market is not really respecting the P wave anymore. So in that case, I will take it out because it's not working. So that the chart becomes more clean. So now, still, I'm waiting for the resistance breakout, as well as the daily Kijun Sen level, which is 2663.61, and see if it goes up to 2721.52. So that's the gold analysis. So at the moment it's range, so we can't really tell which way it's going. It may go bearish too. If it goes down, then definitely I'm not gonna trade. The best scenario is to buy gold, especially after the breakout of that resistance level. I think that's the key here. So next one is Dow Jones index and US 30 Dow Jones. And starting from the weekly analysis, the market has reached 45,000 last week, and 2 weeks ago, sorry, and last week closed with a bearish bar. So it looks like the resistance level of 45,000 is quite strong. However, it's bullish because the price is above the Kijun Sen and Tenkan Sen, and just like before, it has been supported by the Tenkan Sen multiple times. So this time the market may retrace, but I think it's going to bounce on the Tenkan Sen and goes up continuously. From the Ichimoku Kumo viewpoint, Kumo is not too thin, so that means the market is not overbought yet. Buyers are still following the market to push it up. So Dow Jones to me is continuously bullish. So next one is BTCUSD, because I know lots of people are interested in Bitcoin because it's bullish now. So now the market is now becoming bullish again to me, because the Kumo, Senko Span, AB are both up. Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are also up too, and the Chikou Span above the candles. So the trend looks like is now happening again. So if the market breaks 100,000, then I think the market goes up to next 101,000. That's going to be the next target. So the target becomes the run number now, because this market is all-time high. There's no previous resistance levels. So I think the market is just stretching up now. And Kumo is getting thicker and bigger too. So this is becoming more stable bullish trend. And let me check the daily time frame. Daily time frame is also showing bullish too. And Kumo shape is thicker and bigger. So this is not overbought situation. It's not. This is stable bullish situation. So there's a good chance that the market breaks 100 run number and head towards 101, 102, and so on. So that's BTCUSD analysis. So that completes my whole analysis for today. So now let me check some comments. Again, thank you very much for joining today. It's 8th of December. This is on Sunday, so I'm doing the weekly forecast today. Okay, so let me check. All right, good to see you. I see lots of comments. Thank you very much for your support as always. Okay, LW Wright says, hi Kay, hope you have been good. I'm still applying your strategy. Sure, thank you very much. He continues, I'm currently with one stop loss still in Euro AUD, and my stop loss is 40 pips below the current price. Would it be good to change it when the market opens or leave it there? I'm running about 110 pips profit. So yeah, if you only have one stop loss and 40 pips below the current price, then I would keep that way. Yeah, running profit is 110, but the stop loss is below 40 pips below, so that means you are fixing 70 pips of profit, which is great. And it's better to have enough buffer between the price at the moment and the stop loss. Sometimes there's something called stop loss hunt. So the price hit your stop loss, then it goes. It actually happened one of my trades in the month of December, but it happens to anyone. So if your stop loss is too small, then it happens more often, and you may not be able to get bigger pips, bigger profits to cover the previous small losses. So I think 40 pips from the price is, I think it's good. Okay, all right. Ichimoku Trader, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Nadim, good to see you too. Thank you for joining too. All right. Nadim says, I have $100 account. How much leverage should I take? In terms of leverage, I always take 25. So I think you better to stick with it. Okay. Ichimoku Trader says, for existing trade, should all 3 confirmation be violated? Because sometimes 2 entry confirmation are violated, but the 3rd one has not been violated yet. Should we wait until this one is violated? It depends on the situation. But the better way is to wait for the 3 violation as always. In terms of violation, in terms of the exit timings, it becomes a very deeper topic. You better understand how I enter the market and how I set the stop loss also, so that you know how to exit properly. So if that's the case, I recommend you to join KTS Academy, because I have all the videos explained in details. Okay, hello Robert, good to see you. In TR, thank you for joining. Elio, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. And Vic, good to see you too. Matt, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you. All right, Bring It, good to see you too. You're welcome. Thanks so much for your comment. Yes, Matt, Dow Jones. Yes, I did Dow Jones. Dow Jones is not bullish to me. It's bullish. Okay, Faid says, okay, when was the last time you swing trade? Or in other words, is the market stable or choppy? I think the markets are more choppy among the Forex pairs on my watch list. I don't remember last time when I did a swing trade, but as far as I see the market in the months of October, November, they are very choppy. I don't really see any weekly trends, so that's why when there's no trend on the weekly time frame in terms of Ichimoku, then lower time frame will be very choppy. So you can't really expect bigger pips to take or to make profits. Bigger pips means 200 or 300 pips of profits. They become rare now these days because weekly is not trending at the moment. But it doesn't mean that you don't have any opportunities. You can still enter trades, you can still accumulate the profits of 30, 50, 70 pips, and you pile up the pips to gain, and you get overall return profits. Okay, Vladimir, good to see you. Thank you for joining. CAC 40. Okay, let me see. CAC France. I haven't checked that for a while. Let me see. CAC 40. Starting from the weekly analysis. Looks like weekly is now going up to the Kijun Sen. So in this case, Kijun Sen becomes the target. Looks like last time I did the analysis was around this area here. I see some memos. So let me just delete all these ones to avoid the confusion for now. So this market looks like a Euro USD. After double top and the neckline breakout, the market went down below Kijun Sen, ranged, then the market broke the Kumo, but it wasn't the trustable Kumo because it was not in the right order. So the market went up through the Kumo, then now it's going down and going up to the Kijun Sen. So overall range to me, this is not trending market, and daily shows its range too because the price is between Kumo Kijun Sen and Chikou span is now touching. So it's difficult to read which way it's going. But overall, I think weekly is showing it's going to touch the Kijun Sen. That's the very short term situation. In long term, it's very difficult to read. So I think you have to stay away or monitor for a few weeks until you find the clear direction in the market. Let me check the monthly also. Oh yeah, monthly shows it's bullish. Okay, so that monthly is bullish because the Senko span A is up, Kijun Sen is up, and it's supported by the Kijun Sen, so it's bullish to me. It's bullish. So most likely this month, the bar closes with a bullish bar. So that means weekly is bullish, so most likely it breaks the Kijun Sen and goes up above the Kumo. And daily shows it's bullish, becomes bullish too, so it breaks the Kumo and goes up. So if you can't find any trend direction in weekly or the daily, then you can have a look at the monthly time frame too. So you keep looking for the trending market in which how to say, like which time frame is trending to follow. That's the key as a trend follower. Okay, Wick John says, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. How much is cost to move to UAE? That depends, totally depends on your style, your business, your lifestyle. So I can't really tell. All right, Tony Gold, good to see you. And Bin, thank you for joining. Hinata, good to see you too. Federico says, hi Master K, can I kindly ask your opinion on AUDJPY? I'm in sold enter on 97.36, but I'm really worried about retracement because 1 hour M30 just stopped trending, but in 4 hour and daily still good downtrend. So if 4 hour daily still downtrend, then you can follow it. It's just a retracement happening in the lower time frames. The trend should follow the higher time frame, so I think it goes bearish. But at the same time, if you are running profits, then you better also start to think when to exit when the market opens tomorrow. Okay, hello Sandeep, good to see you. He says, how much money do you deploy in every month? I don't do that every month. I do so in 2 to 3 months, once in 2 to 3 months. Yeah, okay, and it depends on the profits, how much profits I make. Okay, hello Nam, good to see you. All right, what's the different strategy K 2020 to K now? I review all the videos. Right, the 2020 back then, I think still using Ichimoku in the lower time frames. So as a backtest every year, I change my strategy. I don't change the whole structure, but I minor change the way I enter exit my trades. So if you have seen the videos from 2020, then you will notice exactly how it changed by now. And if you want to know the updated version and overview of that updated version, then please check this free KTS course, which I released recently. You can see the link on the below description. And if you want to know deeper more, then you can always join KTS Academy and also the GTS classes. All right, Gabriele says, hello Master K, please can you explain the correlation between the Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen spread and the Senko Span A, Senko Span B spread? If, for example, Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen spread is huge than Senko Span AB, what does that mean? So simply Senko Span AB means the long term, and Senko span, Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen means the short midterm. So that means when, let's say when Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen gap is smaller, that means the trend is overbought, oversold from short-term to mid-term perspective. But when Kumo is thin, when Senko span A, B, gap is small, that means it's overbought, oversold in the long term. So that's the difference. All right. Okay, Faid says, what's your way in making high and low in price action? Can you please show example? Your way in making high and low in price action? Oh, you mean the swing highs and swing lows in the wave? Yeah, I have been showing some examples, and when I do analysis, I have been showing. So yeah, you can check the archive videos, or you can see some of the examples of my analysis. It's really simple. Let's say in this market, for example, I see the swing highs and swing lows like here. These are clear swing highs and lows. So that's how I identify. So it was bearish and down here, up here and down and up, and here is down and up and down. So these are the wave in terms of the daily time frame. Or here too, there are some minor high and low too. So in terms of daily time frame, this is a wave I capture, but when I look at the lower time frames, it could be different. When I look at, of course, higher time frame, it's different too. This part I see daily time frame is consecutive bearish in the waves, but on the weekly time frame, it could be I wave straight down. So depends on which time frame you look at, the way you count the wave also becomes different. And based on this logic, the way I do Fibonacci also becomes different too. Because when I do Fibonacci, or when I do the wave analysis, N wave, I wave, or V wave, I do take the swing highs and swing lows based on that time frame. So let's say, for example, here I see between, let's see, here and here is, I see one N wave over here like this way as example, but this is the daily time frame. And let me switch the weekly time frame and see how it looks like. So weekly time frame looks like this between these two candlesticks, so it's I wave. So depends on the time frame, the wave count becomes different. In this weekly time frame, I see the markets are here and here and here. This is one reverse in the wave, then one bullish in the wave, then now it's in I wave down. So it's that's how I count the waves. Okay, let me see. Hello Prosperity, good to see you. Thanks for joining. I think 4 years ago, if you remember. Oh, okay, 4 years ago. Thank you very much for joining. Such a long time. Thank you. Yeah, since 4 years ago, I have changed a lot. So yeah, but thank you for joining. It was about when I started my YouTube, all the way back then. Okay, Vladimir, you're welcome. Federico, you're welcome too. All right, SGT says, did he look at ETH? I'm not sure about ETH, what that means. I cover the Forex pairs, Euro pairs, and gold, and also Dow Jones and BTCUSD. Okay, I'm in love to Ichimoku. Sure. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, Ichimoku fascinates me a lot every time. Still now, I'm studying Ichimoku, and every time I read these original books here, then I learn a lot, something new. So it's like a meditation process. You read first time, then you have no idea what's written in the original book. You maybe understand some parts of the book, but as a whole, it's difficult to capture. But as you read more and digest more, then you will start to see the meaning of it, and as you trade, analyze every day, then come back to that book at some point, then things start to make much more sense to you. So it's really deep and yeah, so much lessons in the books. Okay. All right, you're welcome, Sandeep. The one says, I noticed your trade capital is always $700,000. Why you don't compound more? I do. Yeah, next year I raise more and compound. Yeah. Okay. Vladimir says, Master, I have a question. I just started the free course and understand the strategy. Want to ask you, how much is your average gain percent yearly? I have 30K capital. Thanks. Greeting from Poland. I have shared my performance review, and I will be sharing my yearly performance review by the end of December or early January. So you can watch that video and you will know exactly how much percentage gain in yearly basis. Yeah. Okay. But this month so far, I have been profitable like about 9.some% per month. So I'm up about like 90% so far gain per year. Okay, let me see. All right, hello Oli, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Milamore, good to see you. Good evening too. All right, you says, hi Kay, my journey is going well trading wise. I am growing. Through prop firms, I want to build my capital to trade like you. Should I go all the way up to 200K, then fully focus on my own capital? For the prop firm challenges, yeah, I think you can first, of course, you have to pass the challenge. Then once you pass challenge, then it depends on your goal. Like it depends on your goal in terms of how much profits you want to make or how much returns you want to gain in terms of money to support yourself, your family, your expenses, monthly payments and everything. So it depends on your lifestyle. But until you have enough returns to gain stably every month, you can stick to the prop firm challenge, prop firm, and you save your money to open your own account. That's my advice. I hope that makes sense. Okay, you says, I hope to join KTS Academy when I have enough to learn more. I have a lot of questions in terms of psychology, so many things are going through my head since I started. Right. It's all about learning, and psychology is a big part in learning process. Today, I was just discussing about that topic with the GTS member today. But psychology is really important. You have to fit psychology. Like if you have wrong psychology, then you can't really make it happen. You can't really make it true. So I was the one who wasn't able to make my dream come true as a full-time trader when I was a newbie. But after my practice, after my experience, I started to have some kind of intuition, or I started to have some kind of like a wisdom to trade, to analyze the markets. And once I start to have that, and once I start to see the stable performance over time from backtesting, from live trading, then now I can't go back to the losing time. So it's like, riding a bicycle or driving a car. When you first do it, you don't know what to do. Everything's in different parts, and you have to put them together, which takes time and energy, effort. But once you're able to do it, then you can go back because you have learned it, you have mastered it, so you cannot go back. I think similar things is true in trading too. So, and now my psychology is fit to the market and fit to the strategy. That's why I feel even if I randomly trade, buy or sell just right now, I don't think I can lose anymore because I know what to do and I see the patterns. I have been reviewing the markets over time for the last 10 years full time. So I have all the knowledges, all the experiences in the past. So until you get that moment, you get this aha moment or this experience, enough experience for you to be able to have the correct psychology, you need to continue to practice. You need to continue to learn. But if you continue learning, if you continue practicing, then it happens. It really happens. But I don't know when it happens. But once it happens, then you can go back to a losing streak. That's based on my own experience. Yeah. Okay. It's getting almost like 1 hour now. So let me check a few more comments, then finish the live today. Okay, Keep It Simple says, have you checked Ichimoku Theory's indicator on TradingView? It automatically plots time cycles and waves. It's free, check it. Okay, I haven't checked, so yeah, I will check it later. Mixo says, hello, Kay, could you please talk about the importance of backtesting and how do we use it to our advantage? For example, how to use the backtesting data to know if you're ready to trade in live. So basically, I recommend backtesting to everyone to do, especially if you follow my strategy, then you have to achieve, you are able to achieve at least profit factor 3 out of 50 trades or out of 100 trades. So until you achieve profit factor 3, you keep practicing. Then you're ready to move on to the live market to trade. So it depends on the performance of the specific strategy. I know the performance of my own strategy because I'm the one who built it. So if you follow step by step in terms of the risk management, stop loss management, exit timings, take profit timings, then you should be able to achieve PF3. Okay, Vladimir says, thanks sir, that's incredible performance. I hope to get there with the start one day. Sure. Everything starts from small steps. Then you get bigger and bigger. You can't achieve the big dream or big result from tomorrow. It has to be step by step, one by one. Then it becomes more stable. That this is the skill that no one can take it from you. Okay, Oli says, it's like AUD pairs are weak. Do you think this will continue this week? I don't think so. I'm not sure because weekly are not trending at the moment. So AUD pairs are weak, but this week may be changed. So yeah, it's very difficult to read the direction at the moment. So for me, the mindset is that as long as trend happens, as long as trend continues, I follow. And if it stops, I exit. So yeah, that's how I trade. Okay, Khalid says, for starting a Forex account, let's say 1000 USD, what is the maximum leverage to open an account that you can recommend? I recommend 25 as leverage. 25 max. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you very much for the comment. All right. Ganesan, to see you. Mixo, you're welcome too. Blue says, what do you do if you can't have a small stop loss because every candle is 15 to 20 pips on lower time frames? Are you okay with large stop losses? Yes, yes. As long as it's logically correct, you can have the bigger stop loss. Yeah, because the momentum is different among the markets. These days, JPY pairs are more volatile than the other pairs. So when it comes to JPY pairs, although you see a 5-minute time frame, there's a huge volatility, right? So any wave can happen like 80 pips or so. So well, 80 pips stop loss for me is too wide, too big. So it's either I don't take trade or I look for smaller stop loss placement from the candlestick patterns or from the lower time frame perspectives. But yeah, it either stay away or look for smaller stop loss placement. But if you cannot find the logical stop loss placement with the smaller stop loss pips, then I don't recommend you to trade. Yeah. Yes, Matt, you're welcome. And Kali, you're welcome too. All right. The Jidal says, if you dropped a lower time frame, would you have a max number of daily scalps? No, I don't. I don't. Okay, Nam says, just one more question. What difference KTS Free and KTS Academy and KTS Global? If I mean KTS Free don't work. So basically, the free course is just an overview of my strategy. I don't get really details. I mean, to me, this is not really detail, the free course. But in this academy or GTS class, I cover much deeply. Complete lessons are there. So simply, KTS Academy is the monthly subscription. So as long as you're in the community and as long as the monthly subscription continues, you learn continuously. But this global trading school is something that happens every 3 months. Next one starts in January. And this is a more smaller group, 5 members in the group, and we closely communicate, and I review your trades one by one. I have lessons one by one every week to really hands-on and master my trading. So KTS Academy is more like one-way lecture. I have like a community here, but it's more like a one-way video lectures, although there's a Discord community. But Global Trading School is more like, mutual communication, one-on-one Zoom call, and more like, hands-on support. That's the basic difference. Because I think, when it comes to trading, it's difficult to learn something, from the videos or from the lessons. You can still do that and you can practice, but it's always better to have someone right next to you and guide. And that's more like a GTS concept. Yes, Ichimoku Trader says, a long journey starts with small steps. Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay. Ganesan says, in your KTS group, if I join, are we allowed to join any WhatsApp group of Indians trading Nifty? Can you please let me know? There is no WhatsApp group for Indians, but you can actually share your thoughts and ideas, exchange within the Discord group. There's a Discord group, and you can exchange the thoughts. Okay. Vladimir says, you are very knowledgeable. You should participate to world trading competition. To me, no. I'm not interested because it's trading something I do by myself and on my own, and I don't want to compete against anyone. It's psychologically it's more easier for me. Yeah. Well, some people really prefers to compete with others and want to prove that they are the best trader in the world, which is good to see. But for me, if I don't do YouTube, then I will never share my trader performance. So I'm much more like an introvert. I prefer to talk to myself. I prefer to meditate, and I have to think deeply on one thing, want to take time, and I want to do things manually. So I'm more like, that kind of personality. Okay, so it's been 1 hour now, so I will finish the live. But thank you very much for joining today. I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday, and hope to see you again soon. Next week, this coming week, I will be sharing another interview video. So hopefully you watch and enjoy the conversation. So thank you very much again. I hope to see you soon, and until next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you very much.